record in the WNBA. 9-6, the 7th best. The 9-6 start, actually the Fever's best start since their 2012 title season. Atlanta, a 108-101 win. Had all 5 starters score at least 15 points on Thursday. The only team in the WNBA in the last 10 seasons to do so. Boston and Reese will jump it up. And this game is underway as it looked like Aaliyah tried to tip it to you, but it's out of bounds, and it will be Atlanta basketball.
30 years too late.
That's right.
She's tipping it to me.
Tomorrow, our big 30-year anniversary game out in LA.
Here we go.
Reese lobbing it in. Howard, the deep catch. Good recovery there from Indiana defensively. Here's Hillman. Hillman body spinning, can't finish, gets it back, puts it in, and the foul as Hillman went right through Lexi Hull.
Great job by Naz Hillman to recognize that she had Hull stuff on her and she has the size advantage, calling for the basketball, then relentless when she puts the ball up, using her physicality as well, getting on the offensive glass. Landed the best offensive rebounding team in the W.
And Hillman completes the three-point play. They are number 1 in offensive rebounding percentage. On the real focus for Carl Smesko. Feeling like that had to be a strength this year for Atlanta, and it has been. Here's Boston. Finds Mitchell off a great Clark screen, and Mitchell lays it in.
Really well executed play to understand that the defender was ready for the screen and back cut baseline instead. Wide open Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell has been so efficient against Atlanta this year as Hillman starts it off with the first 6 for the Dream.
It's still remarkable to me, the improvement for Naz Hillman in her three-point shooting over the course of the last 2 seasons. She's made it a point of emphasis to get better, and now we've seen her score inside and out.
Here's Mitchell circling, dishing. Boston, she got it. That is part of the game now for Aaliyah Boston.
Averaged less than 1 3-point attempt a season ago. This year at 2.5, shooting over 40% from 3.
And she's 1 3 away from matching her career total prior to this year as Reese gets called for the travel. For Boston, her first 3 seasons, she had 17 total threes. That was just her 16th already here in 2026.
Last defensive possession, you saw Indiana sending a second defender to Angel Reese when she got the ball on the block.
A beautiful dish from Clark, and Billings is fouled, and Mo Billings is going to shoot a pair.
2-man game, and it's so good with Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark, but you can get it with Billings as well. Here she's cutting inside. Caitlin delivering, so tough delivering the ball in tight spaces.
One of the things Stephanie White was talking to us about before the game was feeling like they have to be a better cutting team. They have good cutters. She feels like the passes haven't quite been on time to their cutters, and that has to be an essential part of their offense moving forward.
Sometimes she said they come 1 or 2 dribbles too late. That one was neither 1 nor 2 dribbles too late. That was right on the money.
And Monique Billings hits both free throws. 7-6 Indiana lead. Here's Hillman, has all 6 Dream points. Here's Gray. Got hooked from behind by Mitchell, took her to the turf. And early personal on Kelsey Mitchell. Now Alicia Gray last year, first team All-W. And this year, the on-off numbers for her are jarring. Atlanta is 24.5 points per 100 possessions better with her on the floor than off.
Carl Smesko was talked about Gray being an even more improved defender this season as well.
Hillman again! Naz Hillman with the first 9 Atlanta points. Clark thought about pulling the dish instead. Here's Hull shoveling in the corner. Billings hits from 3. That feels kind of essential for Indiana to have Billings willing to take that shot, never mind make it.
Changes their spacing. She came into this game 3 of 12 from 3.
Howard buries. It feels like a repeat of the other night with both offenses hot. Here's Clark. Clark sidestepping 3. It is good. Right over Reese from way downtown. Now Gray, the answer. Reese on the offensive glass got hooked. Angel Reese, a historically great offensive rebounder, draws the foul there.
Both of these teams wanting to play with pace. And of course, for Indiana, when the ball is in Caitlin Clark's hands and she's coming down in transition, especially when she's going to her left side with a little fade, that's her spot. Gets it to go down with Angel Reese trying to contest.
Clark, 4th in the league in scoring, 2nd in the league in assists, trailing only Alyssa Thomas. Here's Howard, got tripped by Hall, and a foul called on Indiana.
The previous 2 possessions for Atlanta have been great examples of Ryan Howard and her growth. 2 possessions ago, she took a couple dribbles, then made the right pass to Hillman. Last possession, she came off and was able to hit the shot. She has been a very good decision maker offensively this season.
Coach Smesko was talking to us about that earlier today. She had a conversation with Carl about where she needed to improve most. She said her efficiency. As Clark tried to thread the needle, could not, but it'll stay here. And we said, all right, let's get to work on your efficiency then. Ryan did, and he said her growth with not forcing it has just been incredible, the way she's trusted her teammates. He called her one of the smartest players in the WNBA.
So she can go for 35 points, but also when the defense is loading up on her, she's willing to pass.
Clark takes the 3 on the drive, able to lay it in. Gorgeous take from Caitlin Clark through the body.
Ooh, that was a nasty hesitation dribble on that drive.
Ray beats the defense down the floor for 2. Clark with 5 points in the early going and gets fouled there by Canada. And then Caitlin and Angel with a little something to say to each other in the aftermath of that.
Of course, you have to defend Caitlin on the perimeter because of her ability. Just there, the little hesitation, cradles the ball, finishes it inside. It's a tough finish.
Looked like could have been an and one as well on the contact after the gather. Clark, catch, fire, you bet! Caitlin Clark, not early, has 8 points in the first 3.5 minutes.
Last possession, Ryan Howard lost the shoe as she was trying to get out to Clark.
Here's Angel Reese bodying into the soft touch. Reese coming off a huge game on Thursday. Indiana, meanwhile, 6 of 6 from the floor. Good cut from Billings, who lays it in on a gorgeous delivery from Boston.
Atlanta double-teamed Aaliyah Boston on that possession. They did not do that a lot in the game the other night, and she read it beautifully. Billings cut, Boston found her.
Here's Gray. Gray surging into the paint. The foul is good. Looked like Gray got fouled initially by Clark, but no call, and Gray puts on the putback. Ooh, Canada just gave a forearm to Kelsey Mitchell, and that is going to be the 2nd foul on Jordan Canada.
Angel Reese getting the ball inside, using footwork and strength. She is so good at creating space just by leaning, using her body so that she can get the ball up on the rim.
One of 3 players averaging a double-double. Clark launches and connects. She's on a first quarter burner. 3 of 3 from downtown in the CC1s. Her 2nd game wearing her signature shoe. Here's Hillman barging inside, couldn't get it to go. Reese keeps it alive. Another chance for Atlanta. And Hillman lays it in. That's again because of the activity of Reese on the offensive glass.
The entire team has really gotten to the offensive glass and gotten those extra opportunities as a result.
Clark has to switch on Reese. Launches it and hits. But it was a timeout on the floor thanks to the foul before the launch. Caitlin Clark is locked in early. We know that stroke.
The WNBA on ABC is presented by Google Pixel.
From the moment we met, we went everywhere together. Nights out, vacations, everywhere. I thought I was your world. But then you felt I didn't get you anymore.
Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
And you started flirting with the idea of something new. Now, you're glowing
Find
again.
my new train arrival in Gmail, text it to Matt.
You find what you're drawn to. You're even showing off to all your friends. You want it smarter. I'm still trying to process that.
There's dreaming about it, and then there's living it with Platinum. Get access to the largest global airport lounge network. Dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants. And exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide that stay with you long after the encore. There's nothing like Platinum. Amex is a proud partner of Olivia Rodrigo.
If you have moderate to severe eczema, Dupixent can help you feel the heal. Some adults saw fast itch relief after first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
When it comes to travel, you're a winner. That's why when you sit behind a crying baby, it stops being such a baby. That's why you rent with National, where you can choose a car and go.
Yes. No, Panera has a new thing called a salad stuffer. It's amazing. It's like salad stuffed in a soft Italian roll. No, it's like stuffed in the roll. Hey. New salad stuffers, only at Panera.
Some teams arrive with the hype behind them. Others with the storm ahead. Here, the future won't ask for permission. The present won't hand out passes. And momentum, she doesn't pump it. She runs the floor. She shoots the shot. She steals the lead. She takes it all. Season 30 is now. Come see what happens when the future is on the line.
You're watching ESPN's coverage of the WNBA presented by Google Pixel. We welcome you back to State Farm Arena. Well, Angel Reese's dominance on the glass continues in her first year in Atlanta, but it took the Barbie some time to get acclimated to her dream home. And it's because of going back to that home opener. She said it was one of the most disappointing games in her career, where going to that game against the Las Vegas Aces, she had single points and rebounds while also adding 8 turnovers. She said over those 3 days that she really had to sit with the staff and Carl Smesco and talk about her efficiency. She also had a chat with Teresa Weatherspoon, who gave her this piece of advice: slow down. She said, now over the last few games, I'm more poised. I'm assessing the defense. I'm realizing my footwork, trying to get to different spots on the floor. Since that game, she's improved in every single category on the floor, including shooting 50% from the floor.
Excellent stuff, Angel. And Carl Smesco was so complimentary of Angel, said, not only has she been great, but she's been getting better and better, and he feels like there's still so much room for her to grow. Said she has loved being here in Atlanta, and how competitive she is has been great for the group as well. Canada bodies in. Good D that time from Clark.
Last possession was Indiana's first turnover, dead ball turnover. That was a real issue for them. 20 points Atlanta had off Indiana turnovers last game.
Here's Boston. Indiana yet to miss in this game. Boston turns it over there. Here's Canada. Weaving, dishing, Howard.
And this is where Atlanta thrives, when they can turn you over, when they can get steals, push pace going the other direction.
Clark launching again. Missed that one. Her first miss of the day. And there they go off the rebound. Held it as 13. And Atlanta jumps back in front in what has been an electrifying opening quarter here at State Farm Arena. Mitchell, the catch, couldn't finish it on the delivery from Boston. Reese with pace up the floor. Reese turning on the burner, spinning, couldn't finish it. Hines Allen there for the contest. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell dashing into the paint, got hugged. Ooh, and then it looked like Mitchell gave something to Howard afterwards. So they call a defensive foul on Howard, but now they're going to take a look at the contact from Mitchell afterwards, as it looked like she extended her right hand into Howard following the foul. So there's the foul on Howard, but then watch Mitchell with the right hand coming down on Howard afterwards. And so they will take a look at that.
Possible hostile act after the whistle.
Kelsey Mitchell's momentum going forward, and I think that's why the hand came down, but certainly as a result, she swipes Howard in the face with that right hand.
All right, we have our rules analyst of the W this season, Lauren Holtkamp-Sterling. We are delighted to have. All right, Lauren, they ruled a
after review,
defensive
the
foul.
on-court ruling of a common foul is confirmed. However, there is a flail after the fact. There's going to be a technical foul on Mitchell. Atlanta will shoot one. Play will resume off of the free throws.
Well, I mean, Roy Gobain gave us no time at all there to adjudicate ourselves, Lauren. But do you feel like that's the right thing to come back with here? The defensive foul, obviously, first, which wasn't going to change, but then the T being added.
Yeah, Ryan, I see this play the exact way that Roy just described it. We've got the defensive foul for the wrap, and she is off balance, but you see that right hand extend and almost just a second act of a flail that contacts a defender in the face, and I agree with the technical foul here.
All right, thank you very much, Lauren. Appreciate that. Do you think, has Roy been listening to people talking about how long the reviews have been?
That was like, I loved it. That was the quickest review, I think, maybe ever.
Maybe ever. We'll sign up for more of those. I mean, I want Lauren to have her time.
Right, but holy cow, that was fast.
Howard hits the free throw. And Mitchell the T. Atlanta, meanwhile, on an 8-0 run. Chance for that to end here for Indiana with Mitchell at the line.
Thank you. Fever had made their first 8 shots, hadn't turned the basketball over, and then after the timeout, things changed a little bit. A couple turnovers in a row, a couple misses in a row.
Gibbons has gone to the bench, finds out to come in as Mitchell hits the free throw. How about Kelsey Mitchell's numbers this season against Atlanta? Now you see her 21.1 points per game, 3rd in the league in scoring. But against Atlanta, 25.5 points per game on 70% from the floor. Carl Smesco told us he feels like at times he's just hitting really difficult shots.
This game so far, she has gotten good looks off and off of that baseline back cut.
Here's Pow, lost it. Clark on the steal. Eyes up in transition. Clark with 11 in the quarter. And a kick ball is going to keep things here. Clark's season high for points in a first quarter. She's 3 of 4 from downtown. Hit her first 3. She also hit about a 35-footer right after the first half. Reese back in. As Hillman, who's had a brilliant opening quarter, 13 points, goes to the bench. Mitchell dancing, dishing. Hines Allen open, connects. 2 instances of down money for Indiana. First with Billings in the right corner, and now Hines Allen in the left. As Howard flings it off the back iron. Clark using the screen from Hines Allen. Clark draws 2. Finds the cutter. It's Boston center of the lane for the soft finish. And the foul. Aaliyah Boston a chance for 3.
We saw Aaliyah Boston just do what we saw Angel Reese do earlier, and that's create space just using her strength and her upper body. Once she catches the ball inside, one dribble, boom. Just a little bit extra space so she can get the shot up, get the opportunity for the 3-point play.
Aaliyah Boston doing this in front of her college coach, Dawn Staley, just a few seats to her right. Came over, had a great chat with her, and Lisa Boyer, her outstanding associate head coach. Fever on an 8-0 run over the last minute. Raven Johnson, another South Carolina star, just into the game. As Gray tosses it in with a hand in her face. Speaking of South Carolina.
Another one. Another one.
Clark kicks it out. Hines Allen trying to get it back to Clark, could not. Okot, a terrific defensive play. Gray couldn't handle it. Here's Canada dumping it into Okot. The rookie. And a foul called on Allen before the shot, but in the bonus regardless. So free throws from Medina Okot.
Okot's had some really nice moments this season, and Carl Smesco has raved about her at times as well, and how she is just scratching the surface of the type of player that she can become.
Taking a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. Here on ABC, we have another game coming up next. It'll be Seattle and Phoenix at 3 Eastern. Tonight on CBS. Chicago, Dallas at 8. Tomorrow, full afternoon of games starting on CBS. Golden State and Vegas at 4. NBA TV. Washington and Minnesota at 6. And then cap the night on ESPN. Our first Women's Sports Sunday. It's New York and LA at 8. 30th anniversary game as we honor this week. For more on these games, go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Clark on the drive, skates free to lay it in.
How beautifully did she navigate that? She got Jordan Canada on her hip and then just kept her there so that she could get the easy look at the leg.
13 in the corner for Clark. Relays gets denied. Okot gives another chance to Atlanta. They're so good on the offensive glass, and a foul on Cunningham to put Okot back at the line.
Let's go back to that last play with Caitlin Clark. Comes out here. She just gets Canada on her hip. A little push off at the end as well, but keeps her there. Once you get the defender where you want him, it's not about the quickness anymore. It's about keeping them behind you. Caitlin did that beautifully.
Clark with 13 in the quarter. Her career high for a first quarter is 14. This is the most points Indiana has scored in a first quarter or in any quarter this season. They are shooting 84.5% from the floor. Meanwhile, Atlanta has taken 7 more field goal attempts because they crash that glass and they turn you over. That's Carl Smesco's whole philosophy with the team this year.
It's the possessions game.
Yes.
Atlanta's opponents shoot a better field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and it doesn't matter for the most part because Atlanta gets so many more field goal opportunities.
Here's Clark giving it up. Hines Allen on the attack. Hines Allen gets fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. Atlanta with a season high 30 points in this first. Hines Allen at the line. These teams meeting for a third time already this season. They have split the first 2 as Hillman checks back in. Hillman with 13 points, 5 of 7 from the floor. And Hines Allen hits them both. Under a minute to go in this first. Oh, Canada split the D. Billings caught her on the trip. And that's going to be 2 free throws. Billings.
You don't know why I'm smiling?
I don't.
You said, oh, Canada.
You know what? I did say that.
You did.
I wish I could
Wasn't intentional.
claim credit for that. But in this case, there was no linguistic intention.
I mean, with the World Cup going on, I think we're all just feeling
absolutely. Hey,
welcoming to all nations.
I literally this morning was listening to the Canadian locker room after the Team Canada win, too. It's terrific. He is an orator, a generational orator.
An orator for the ages?
Mark Carney, yes. Canada This is both, but look at Reese keeping it alive. However, it's going to be a backcourt violation.
How did you not say, oh, Canada?
Do you want to do play-by-play?
Oh, no, I'm just... I'm waiting for certain moments.
And I'm not delivering?
No, you delivered for me.
I'll try and do better, okay? Raven Johnson, a local kid, Westlake High School. Here's Hines Allen handing it off. Clark draws two, tries to whip it back. Cunningham collects, dumps it in. Hines Allen, the flip is good. 37 in the quarter for Indiana, about a 4-second difference game in shot clock. Indiana is 12 of 14 from the floor. Hillman into Reese, deep catch, using the strength, couldn't finish. Clark with 5 seconds has it kicked over here. And 4.4 left to operate for Indiana.
Atlanta's been really good at thwarting Caitlin Clark, you know, threading the needle with their feet. It's been effective.
Kick save and a beauty. Here's Clark, the dish, Cunningham. And that is how the first will end. Caitlin Clark with 13 points on 5 of 6 shooting. And Indiana shoots 80% from the floor. They put up a season-high 37 points. Clark putting on a show in Atlanta. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
Hey Meta, play a song that fits my vibe.
Got it.
Hey, Russia.
Welcome.
You say that I'm not sympathized with how I've walked along your lines.
Hey Meta, take a picture.
What you said was mine. What you said was mine. And what you said was mine.
People think you're good at something, or you're not. But really, you set a goal, and you show up. You let yourself be bad at it. And then one day, you're like, I can do this now. So start how you can.
When you own a business, you own every decision. Have a passion, make it a business. Now to scale it worldwide. A carry-on for a closet, a window seat for an office. Traveling across time zones, all jet, zero land. The business card that gives back all you put in. Chase Sapphire Reserve for business.
Mark with a K loves mayonnaise. Mark with a C can't stand it. That's the job. Remember the small things. Because that's how you make a great sub. You make it for someone, not just anyone.
Mark, Italian, extra mayo. Mark, Italian, no mayo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That great price. You probably don't get a ton of safety features. Whoa. That is a lot of cargo space. Might not be enough room for me. Okay, but with mileage this good, there's no way that it has any get up and
Get everything you love at a price you love. Lease a new 2026 Toyota Corolla LE for $179 a month for 36 months with $41.78 due at sign. Toyota, let's go places.
Cut! When you own a business, you own every decision. New Bureau products in the pipeline. Meetings on the move. A launch from the lounge. Social campaign goes live in 3, 2, 1. It's a business card that gives back all you put in. Chase Sapphire Reserve for business.
Wake up with 7 News Today in Florida on ABC Miami.
Welcome back to Atlanta, where the Indiana Fever have 37 first quarter points. Caitlin Clark has 13 of them. Makes you look, then goes by. Makes you lose a shoe, and then drains the three. She has had her offense on full display, scoring in a variety of ways, smiling after she does.
Time for today's DraftKings Sportsbook player polls. DraftKings is the #1 sportsbook for live betting. Use promo code CORD when you sign up. Well, Caitlin Clark well on her way to topping her season average at a season-high 13 first-quarter points. And Angel Reese has already been super active keeping possessions alive for Atlanta. Here's Boston. Boston on the drive, an assertive take. Lays it in with the left hand.
Leah Boston is assessing what was happening on the right side of the floor with screening action, and then realized she had that lane to take it herself.
8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Boston. Reese, great dig there from Johnson, timed it perfectly.
Raven Johnson read that. She saw that Reese was rolling to the basket, that Boston was on the high side, and she came over for terrific help. Ooh, big little jump ball, one of my favorite things.
Little SEC battle here.
There's the big, and then on the right side, there's the little.
Got LSU, South Carolina.
I think Raven will violate here.
I think she's going to try and win it.
Oh, you
yeah, there
they are.
Coach Staley and Coach Boyer catching the action. Good look from Reese. Now Gray connects. Alicia Gray, 9 points. Is 4 of 6 from the floor. Just continue to build off of a career season last year, averaging a career high 19.5 points per game this season. There's Mitchell, finds Boston. Boston left alone, can't finish, keeps it alive. But an over-the-back call, that will be number 2 on Boston, who immediately looks to the bench to say, challenge that.
It looked like Leah Boston was surprised how wide open she was, and that she was initially looking to pass and then realized. She catches.
Oh, they call that. Oh. They call that foul on Billings, and it's Billings' third. I don't think it was a foul on either of them.
Yeah.
Indiana does not challenge. Howard can't finish. Johnson quickly up the floor. Mitchell wheels back. Will fire. Can't hit. Cunningham. The offensive rebound swiped away by Hillman. Here comes Gray. Finds Reese. Reese unable to finish. Billings has it taken away by Hillman again. Twice in the span of 20 seconds. Naz Hillman just snatching it away from Indiana.
Atlanta is simply relentless on the glass, in particular on the offensive glass. 6 offensive rebounds already here today. Of course, Angel Reese is going to get there. Naz Hillman as well. Yeah, and if they can't corral it themselves, they've been really active in just keeping it alive for a teammate.
And now Indiana is going to challenge
Indiana
this.
is calling a timeout to challenge the ruling on the floor.
Would have been number 2 on Sophie Cunningham. And the Fever are going to challenge. Timeout on the floor. Let's take a look. Do we see enough from Sophie Cunningham to warrant a foul? Oh, I don't think she touches her.
I am one of Motunui. You will board my boat and restore the heart of Te Fiti. Are you kidding?
Good job, me.
Let's go save the world.
Disney's Moana, rated PG.
A surprise entry into the dunk contest this year, the Aflac Duck.
With Coach Don Staley, the Ducks setting up from way downtown.
That's a big gap to cover for a small duck.
Y'all haven't seen the way Aflac helps close the gap left by health insurance? Watch this.
Aflac does pay people money for expenses not covered by health insurance.
That's nasty. Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover with Aflac. Ask about it at work.
Turn the lights off, it's over.
Milo, I need to replace some recessed lighting.
First thing you'll need is a stepladder.
Or a 4-time MVP.
You're putting up points like Asia Wilson.
Hey, just don't do my celebration.
Oh,
there it is.
Improving is easy at Lowe's.
The original. The first. A light beer brewed to taste like beer.
There's nothing like legendary taste to only 96 calories. It's Miller time.
These are my confidence boosts.
An escape from my family drama. Mi secreto para brillar.
The final touch to my look. How I unleash my inner champion.
A shield for tough goodbyes.
Sunglass Hut. Own your moment.
Bouncing in the Clark, she's got another open and she nails it.
A connection you can count on. From just about anywhere. That's Xfinity Mobile. And now, cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try it free for a year. No commitment. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Well, Indiana
upon review,
challenging this call.
The contact by Cunningham is deemed to be marginal. The call on the floor is a no call. It's being overturned. It's a successful challenge by Indiana. They're getting their timeout back and the ability to challenge subsequent plays. At the time of the whistle, Indiana had the ball, so they're going to get it at the low sideline with a new 24.
All right, there you go. So a successful challenge for the Fever. They'll have one remaining. Even though there was some contact on the arm, as we saw in that replay, it was deemed marginal. So not enough to warrant a foul. A successful challenge for the Fever. I thought it was interesting. We were asking Steph White before the game whether or not she considers this being a home game for Raven Johnson when it comes to playing time. And she said, well, one thing you do consider is players are usually excited when they're playing at home. So I want to get her in there early, see how she does. So far, Ravens responded with some good minutes after she played just 3 the other day against Atlanta.
Yeah, especially on the defensive end of the floor. She has seemed very focused. She's been good in her help side defense. That's where you have to get it started. And if you have any nerves, get rid of them by playing well and solid defensively.
Boston hands it off. Mitchell, the hesitation, and pops it in. She gets downhill with that left hand. It's good night. Indiana shooting 74% from the floor. Here's Hillman. Hillman has 13. Gray across her body, back iron and off. Cunningham secures the rebound. Mitchell off the handoff gets fouled by Howard, and now Clark will check back into the game after that electrifying opening quarter. Hit 3 straight threes and add 13 points in the frame. One other good thing we saw with Clark was she played the entire first. And as she's ramped up here, she's gotten longer runways, which has always helped her play more effectively.
And the way she shot in the first quarter helped build that longer runway as well.
That's right. Oh, Mitchell, dynamic step back, but rims out. Here's Howard left alone, will take. Can't hit. Clark flies in for the rebound. Clark lobbing it in, and a foul called on Howard, as Ryan Howard will pick up her third. So that is a key foul for Atlanta to monitor. And now Carl Semesco, you would think, is going to have to take out Howard, as he will.
Toughest defensive assignment for Ryan Howard. Gets down the floor. League of Boston had run the floor. She's just trying to get around and see if she can prevent the ball from going inside. Gets wrapped up, but that's one of those fouls. It's just unlucky.
So she departs. Mitchell gives it up. Finds Allen. Bodying into Reese. Gets fouled by Reese. And that'll be number 2 on Angel Reese.
Angel Reese typically very good with the poke when she's behind the defender, or when she's the defender behind. And they're dribbling. She can use her long arms and try to get the ball away, but called for the foul there.
Gray doing a great job fronting Clark. Here's Mitchell. Oh, my. You bet. Kills Casey Mitchell with the ankle breaker. And Clark gets called for her first personal on the other end.
Mitchell, on the way she can dance with the basketball, that time behind her back. Pow goes down, and Mitchell with a beautiful shot and drain. Oh.
11-point, Indiana lead. Pow, no. Reese, yes, and the foul. Angel Reese with a chance for 3, and that'll be number 2 on Boston.
Relentless. It's just relentless. And look at her go in there and get the board, put it up without coming back down, finishing.
Previous play is under review for possible hostile act during the dead ball.
As Boston took a shot to the face.
But to me, there's not a flail or anything from Reese on that. It's just her natural shooting motion and the way her arms are when she comes down. Unfortunate for Boston, but I'll be stunned if they come back with something on Reese.
Well, Lauren's had a lot of looks early in this game. Good to bring in our rules analyst, Lauren Holtkamp-Sterling. We'll take one more look here. The defensive foul was called on Boston, and then takes the shot to the face.
Yeah, on this play, Ryan, I just see normal shooting motion. I don't see a flail.
After review, the contact initiated by Reese is a normal basketball play. There is no further penalty.
All right. Yeah. Lauren's 2 for 2 today.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or Roy's 2 for 2, however you want to look at it.
You know what? I think officials take enough guff. We can give them both credit.
Yeah. We're 2 for 2.
That's right.
I mean, what goes up must come down, and that includes Angel Reese's elbow when she's shooting and then landing on the floor.
So Reese will go to the line. Well, it's that time of year again. Make sure your voice is heard for this year's WNBA All-Star voting presented by Ally. Scan the QR code on your screen now to vote for the WNBA All-Star starters.
Some surprising early returns on that, for sure. I don't think the final fan ballot will come back with the same exact order that we saw from the first return. What about you?
I think you're probably right about that. All-Star in Chicago this year, where it was a few years ago, and we just had an absolute blast.
So much fun.
Terrific host city for it. As Reese completes the 3-point play. Eight-point Indiana lead. Fever shooting 71%. Clark fires, can't hit. Long rebound, Orleans. Gray dishes, Hillman, not that time. Another offensive rebound for Atlanta. Clark gets called for the foul, and that's going to be number 2 on Caitlin Clark. She got into foul trouble last meeting against Atlanta.
Yeah, she was just trying to go and attack the basketball. Absolutely a foul. Man, Atlanta, especially, and including their guards getting to the offensive glass on some of those long 3 boards.
Well, Clark has to be foul trouble really thwarted her last game. Reese can't finish over Clark there. Played it wisely. Here's Clark. Has it taken away, trying to get it back, and a jump ball is called.
Good hands by Jordan Canada there as Caitlin was dribbling to the left side, just able to poke and pounce. See it here as Caitlin's driving down the left side. Yeah, just swipe down and then get on the floor for the ball.
And that is something that Carl Smesko really emphasized this year for his team. He said, we were good last year defensively, but didn't feel like they took enough chances. Just when it came to activity, forcing turnovers as Clark.
Really interesting small lineup here now for Atlanta.
Canada wins the jump over Clark. Howard, what a Euro. Draws the foul against Hull. And Ryan Howard will go to the line. That's going to be number 2 on home.
Ryan Howard played so much time at the point guard a season ago to handle. That time takes it right at Hall. Where was the foul?
Maybe a touch on the body on the drive, but no doubt this crew has been whistle happy so far today. We saw that the other night in the game between these teams too. There was 53 total fouls.
I mean, overall, I do like how the officials are calling the game
this
entire
collectively,
season.
yeah.
Yes, but you're saying in this game in particular, you prefer them to be a little more whistle sad.
As Howard hits both free throws, I think there's been times when there's been some touch things called that it's contact, but it's marginal enough you probably can let it go.
Yeah.
Hines Allen looking for Hall on the handoff. Off to Clark. Clark looking in. Gets it to Hines Allen. Creeping down. Hines Allen can't finish it. Lays off the rebound. The 21-year-old on the move will lay it in. Puts the foul. And a chance for 3 as Hines Allen is whistled for the personal.
This game has been fast, and it might only get faster. Indiana now with their small lineup as well. And you just see what Atlanta loves to do, whether it's off of the glass or off of a steal. They just want to run, and run some more.
As a 2-time WNBA champion, let me tell you, the league is on fire. Sellout games, national headlines, and superstars. This is a season you won't want to miss. And DraftKings brings the excitement to every game with tons of ways to bet. Pick which team will win, by how much, your favorite player's stats, and more. New DraftKings customers, spend $5 and get $200 instantly in bonuses. And get in on the WNBA action with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
If you have moderate to severe eczema, Dupixent can help you feel the heal. Some adults saw fast itch relief after first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
My life! We knew our last Verbo was going to be incredible. We didn't know the hot tub was broken.
Heard that our daughter's going through a phase.
Hot tub's busted.
I'm on it.
But Verbo had our backs, and with Verbo Care, they moved us. Better place, better hot tub.
Water's real hot, huh, honey? Daughter's about the same.
Teenagers are full of surprises.
Got any room for dad?
Ew, think again, Bruce.
Yeah.
A vacation rental from Verbo is not. If you know, you Verbo.
There's reading the reviews, and then there's experiencing the meal with Platinum. Get access to Platinum Nights by Resi, dining benefits at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants, and up to $400 back annually on eligible Resi purchases. So go ahead and order the chef special. For a life like no other, you need a card like no other. There's nothing like Platinum.
Not all kids become goats.
Are you kidding me?
Because goats aren't just born, they're raised. We teach them to stay hungry. Right through the chest. Get loud. Build others up, even if it means knocking them down. To stay confident and stay humble. Sometimes. Because that all-time part of greatest of all time, it includes the future.
Well, WNBA action continues right here on ABC after our game. It's Seattle and Phoenix. DeWanna Bonner, the third all-time leading scorer in W history. And the Mercury, last year, a trip to the finals for Phoenix. They'll take on Seattle next here on ABC. So Indiana goes small here. They haven't done it much this season, doing it here in response to Atlanta going small. This year, though, entering today, as we have it statistically, in the 26 minutes that Indiana has played with Sophie Cunningham at the 4, they're a plus 14, and they've shot it 61% from 3.
Certainly better spacing on the floor.
Clark drives in, reverses it home, plus the foul. And a chance for 3 for CC.
Caitlin Clark just feels and looks so comfortable out on the floor today. We've seen her score a variety of ways. This one's new. Going to the other side of the rim with a little spin on the basketball.
15 points, 6 of 8 shooting for Clark.
Good Boston wearing a mask now.
One thing Clark has done is miss some free throws lately. Playing with 2 fouls. Howard buries the 3. Howard back out there despite having 3 fouls herself. A lot of key players in foul trouble. Clark separates. Looking to take Corley's. Dribbled it off Corley's foot. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Indiana.
Ryan Howard here just picks up. This is tough. Picking the ball up off the floor. Defenders right there, knocking it down.
I thought it hit Clark's foot, and now I think that's what Atlanta is seeing, and they're going to challenge. And we haven't seen a replay yet, but based on the conviction of the bench, I'm just going to guess the replay is going to show us it clearly hit Caitlin Clark's foot.
Ooh, a lot of replays, though. Maybe not
Atlanta
this
is calling a
play.
timeout to challenge the ruling on the floor.
I mean reviews, like official reviews.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And going, yep, clearly off the CC1.
By the way, in person, that shoe is even prettier than it is when you see just like still photos online.
It almost shimmers.
Yeah,
it truly has it has a shine to it. Clearly, this is going to be a successful challenge for Atlanta. I was asking Caitlin about the CC1, and I said, what would you want people to know? And she said that we have a lot of colorways coming. And I've seen a lot of them. They're pretty awesome.
Are they?
Yes.
I've only seen the blue, and I like it.
This is clearly going to be a successful challenge for Atlanta as it hit Caitlin Clark's foot, went out of bounds.
Upon review, there's clear and conclusive evidence that the ball last hits Caitlin Clark prior to going out of bounds. This is a successful challenge by Atlanta. They're getting their timeout back and the ability to challenge subsequent plays.
One huge advantage for Atlanta in this game, an 11-0 edge in second chance points. It's what Atlanta does. First in offensive rebounding percentage, their third and second chance points. And they win the challenge here and will have possession. Let's check in now with Naz Hillman joining us from the bench. All right, Naz, 13 first quarter points today. What'd you have working in that opening frame?
Just finding my spots. They've been helping out me a little bit, so I've been able to get open threes and then just being more aggressive, seeing what the defense is giving me and just attacking it.
You've been absolutely relentless, you and your team on the offensive glass. What is your mentality when a shot goes up?
We just have to get in there. Sometimes other teams go in there, they don't grab the ball with 2 hands, so having the opportunity to go in there and snatch it from them. Just being aggressive. I think sometimes teams don't box out, so you go in there and you take your opportunities, and then if not, you get back on defense.
Naz, this is another incredibly competitive game between you and the Fever. How would you just describe the matchup between these two teams, especially after the 3-game series you all had in the playoffs last year?
Yeah, I think this is 2 teams who are heavy hitters offensively, and we want to get the ball in the basket, so it's really going to come down to who can get the stops in the most crucial moments.
Naz, always a joy to watch you play. Continued success. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We love watching Naz at Michigan, and she has really blossomed here as her career has gone on in Atlanta. Mitchell connects on the 3. 5 straight from Kelsey Mitchell, and the Fever have stabilized things after the 11-2 Atlanta run. The layup is good from Reese, plus the foul. And that'll be number 2 on Mitchell.
Jordan Canada handled that switch beautifully because Aaliyah Boston came over, walled up, didn't allow Canada to get a shot up. Patience, pivot, and then she found the big girl with a small honor, and as a result, Angel Reese with the opportunity for the and one. But credit Canada and her patience there.
Rebecca, I think Angel Reese actually became an underrated player in this league because there was so much focus on deficiencies of her game. I think the incredible strengths of her game at times have not been properly highlighted. She is relentless around the rim, and there's just such a value to that. And I think Atlanta really sees and highlights her strengths, and it's been a good fit, especially over the last couple of weeks, as Boston can't quite finish it.
Angel Reese is tracking to be the best rebounder on...
Yes.
The best rebounder defensively and offensively in the history of the WNBA.
Clark finds Boston at a poke from behind. Our home and native land. Canada on the deflection.
Coming the other way in transition. The pitch back to Pow. She's able to drain it. How good has Atlanta been when they've been able to force the pace?
And now Boston gets called for the illegal screen, and that is going to be number 3 on Aaliyah Boston.
I'm a little bit fascinated by the Aaliyah Boston mask. Like, how many extra masks do teams travel with just in case? Variety of sizes, I don't know.
You know what, Angel, do you have that answer for us? All right, thank you, Angel. Next up, can we find out how many masks they travel?
Like, is it one size fits all?
Howard missed it badly. Deflects to Johnson. Small ball lineup remains in for Indiana. Boston at the 5, Cunningham at the 4. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell starting to cook here in the second. Boston will fire. Can't hit that one. And Canada secures the rebound. Borlase travels. Good job by Cunningham coming up to force the travel.
And all she did was get in the line of vision of Borlase. Borlase felt her, and he's got the happy feet as a result. Smart decision by Cunningham.
You know, what's interesting is part of the reason that there's been a curiosity around Indiana playing small is because Billings and Hines Allen aren't three-point shooters. But both of them actually have hit corner threes here today.
Equally important for them to have the willingness to take them.
Clark draws 2, finds Cunningham. Her 3 is good. Cunningham has been on a tear over the last few games. Entered this game shooting 70% from 3, 78% from 3 over the last 3 games. Clark on the drive, kicks it out. Johnson nuggets on the 3, Westlake zone. Just a great rhythm for both of these teams in this first half. Highly entertaining game. Howard gives it up. Canada. Borlase attacks, dishes, Pow. Again. Clark hands it off. Mitchell gives it up. And a foul on Borlase will put Cunningham at the line.
How about Dawn Staley has players playing for both teams? Raven hits a shot down this end. She stands up and cheers. Pow hits one on the other, and she stands up and cheers. It doesn't matter who wins the game. She just wants her South Carolina Gamecocks to play out.
She came over pregame to give us a big hug. She said, you know, I got 7 in this game. 7. Coming up on the Allied WNBA halftime, Caitlin Clark lighting up Atlanta. Monica, Hannah, Drea, and Chanae. Hey, congrats to Monica McNutt, who did a brilliant job documenting the Knicks run. Her partner, Tyler Murray, fantastic. The way they both used the precise words to capture the emotion and the magnitude of the moment throughout the entire run was a masterclass. And congrats to Monica, who's also just as good a teammate as you'll ever find. Canada dishes. Hillman lays it in. Clark gives it up. Mitchell going downhill, can't scoop it in. Reese with Atlanta in transition. Howard in the corner, can't hit the three. Rebound out of bounds, going to stay here. And again, it's Reese making a difference on the offensive glass. There were 3 Fever players there, but Reese's activity keeps it alive.
Her ability to facilitate the initial play in transition, make the right pass out to Howard.
And Reese 1 rebound away from 1,000 for her career as Hines Allen just trucked Reese. And she'll slip on her signature Reeboks and go to the line after the foul on Hines Allen.
And the way basketball shoes have changed. Like, in my era, like, you tied them up tight. There was no way you were coming out of your basketball shoe without, like, unlacing it, untying it.
Someone get a tee here as well? I mean, they must have. Oh, they're going to call it an away from the play foul. It was pre-inbound. Yes, of course. It was prior to the inbound. So Howard, you can choose any shooter to take the free throw. So Atlanta chooses Howard.
Did you ever walk out of your basketball sneakers while you were playing? Or were they tightened up?
No, they were tight.
Yeah.
That's going to be a backcourt violation. No contact from Johnson. And I think for Indiana, what we've seen with their small ball lineup is partly what Stephanie White has assessed and feared. Certainly can score, but some troubles defensively and on the glass.
Well, they've been having troubles on the glass all game long. Doesn't matter the lineup.
Great point. Mitchell on the scoop gets the whistle. Now Alicia Gray says, me?
Chelsea Mitchell, just the low dribble, shoulder shake, going to her left side, holding Gray off. I can understand a little bit of the frustration for Gray there.
Didn't look like a lot at all, but today, that has been both sides the way it's been called.
Been a happy whistle, Ryan Rucco.
As Mitchell hits the free throw, Boston on the bench with 3 fouls. Billings on the bench with 3. Hines Allen has 3. Howard has 3. Clark has 2. Mitchell has 2. As Mitchell now up to 17 points. She's had a huge second quarter. 14 in the second for Kelsey Mitchell.
Oh, look at this overload. There's space on the right side for Howard.
Howard puts it up, can't hit. Hines Allen the rebound, gets it off to Clark, 6 seconds. Clark to the corner, Johnson a 3, can't hit. And Howard's heave off the mark, that'll do it. The highly entertaining first half. Clark with 15 on 6 of 8 shooting. Mitchell with 16 on 5 of 9. Hillman with 15 to lead the way for Atlanta. And Indiana shoots 60% from the floor. They have a 4-point lead at the half, a season high in first half scoring. Time for today's Access, brought to you by Google Pixel. Kelsey Mitchell's with Angel Gray.
Well, not only are you shooting 60% from the floor, but you also hit 9 threes, the most of any half this season. What are you seeing as far as the energy in the ball and spraying out?
I think that's the right part that you said. You got to have energy in the ball for us all to work. We got a lot of weapons. You want to utilize them as much as possible. But like I said, like I always say, the defensive end going to get it for us.
Stephanie White has always mentioned matching the physicality for Atlanta right now. No offensive rebounds for you guys. You guys have given up 11 second chance points to Atlanta. What's the adjustment in that area?
I think it's a little bit more passion. Can't be soft. We got to punch first because they're going to punch. They're not going to stop. So I think it's just meeting the physicality early and letting the chips fall where it may.
Thanks, Kelsey.
Thank you.
Back to you, Ryan.
All right, thank you very much. Angel, the Fever with the 3-point lead at the half. Coming up after the break, the Ally WNBA halftime. Hannah Storm, Monica McNutt, Andrea Carter, and Shanae McKay.
Why me?
Why am I right for the job? I've had this fight in me since the very start.
I've always hustled. I went back to school at 39.
33.
42. I worked.
And I worked.
I got back in the game.
So why me?
Because I made the decision to enroll.
And know my skills, watch my drive.
At Capella University, we help you catch what you're chasing. What can't you do?
Imagine if Tide disappeared.
Wait, what?
Not like that. Like Tide Evo. Imagine if the heavy laundry lift disappeared. Imagine if that pile of stuff to clean.
Disappeared?
Yes. And an evolved clean appeared. Introducing the revolutionary new Tide Evo. So clean, it disappears.
With Smarter Search, find the home that's right for you on redfin.com.
They're asleep. You missed them again.
The right home is closer than you think.
Push it up with a commute.
Redfin. Own the dream.
When you call Florida home, special moments call for a little magic.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other one has to say. Reminiscing this and that and having such a good time. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day.
Start your next special moment today with the Florida Resident 4-day Disney summer ticket. Let's get in here.
Want to make this great? Do you have anything spicy? We'll make it easily. If you're nosy.
Hey, Meta, what's this?
That's ginger candy with a serious kick.
If that's what you wanna do, we can go crazy in the hole.
And this one?
That's a spicy flavored snack with a warning on the label.
In the hole. If that's what you wanna do, do.
For your friend.
Do.
It cannot be that bad. It's killing me.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA Enterprises may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA Enterprises.
Welcome to Allied WNBA Halftime.
Hey, everybody, Hannah Storm, Chanel McKay, Andrea Carter, Monica McNutt. We promised you a good game, and they delivered. We also talked about these incredible backcourts. How about Atlanta? Clark hot in the first quarter, Mitchell in the second.
First of all, this game is in Oprah mode. You get a three, you get a three.
Right.
Two teams that are professional scorers. And get this, a WNBA game on average features 16 made threes. We're already there at half, which is wild. Now, the Indiana Fever did an excellent job in the first quarter because when you see these highlights, they played a near flawless first quarter. 75% shooting from three, 80% from two. Caitlin obviously had 13 points. They had 9 assists on 12 field goals in the first quarter, but she was not alone. In the second, Kelsey Mitchell started cooking, and she is fantastic. I mean, going left, she is unguardable. And speaking of unguardable, I have to bring up this play. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize, just do it.
Kelsey Mitchell is a bad woman. We know she has 16 points already, but this drop, everyone's gonna see this, okay? Crossover. I'm sorry, Tina, we love you, girl, but
she got 6 points. She playing. She all right.
She is playing. She returned the favor on the other end with the three. But Kelsey Mitchell, put some respect on her name because she's a bucket from all 3 levels.
Oh my gosh, Monica, you were looking in the paint, right?
I was looking at what?
I'm sorry. Just for 2 seconds, it is so hard when you are sliding one direction to try to cut somebody off and they change directions that quickly. All your momentum is going in one direction. I'm just saying that's hard. I feel for the defenders. I feel for Tina Powell. That's a really hard position. Kelsey Mitchell is so fast.
That's why I love being a post.
Right. You can't relate.
No one knows problems.
It's always about the defense here. All right, points in the paint.
All right, so this is what you're right, Hannah. This was one of my keys to this ball game because when we looked at Thursday's matchup, Atlanta was dominant in this category. Today, not so much. Two of the first 3 plays by the Fever, they made it a point to get in the paint. And the thing that you're watching here is how efficient that they've been in the paint. That 11 of 17 number is huge for how today's game has evolved. And so the possessions in the paint numbers are there. When you look at that actual paint scoring number, it's very close. 20 points for the Fever, just a bucket more for the Atlanta Dream. That, to me, has been very, very important in this matchup.
I know I always talk about defense, but offensively, major adjustments for the Indiana Fever. Significantly more movement and cutting. They had 16 assists on Thursday. They have 14 assists in the first half tonight. Stephanie White also using Raven Johnson and Maisha Hines-Allen more in the first half than she used them the entire game on Thursday. So leaning into those two players more. Also, the biggest thing for Indiana, they're taking care of the basketball.
Yeah.
They have made this a half-court game in their ability to take care of the ball. I've talked about Atlanta defensively. They thrive defensively, not necessarily because their half-court defense is good, but because they can create a ton of turnovers.
Yeah.
So Indiana taking care of the ball has been huge in this first half.
And as we look at turnovers, y'all, the turnovers, each team has 6.
Yep.
Atlanta only has 7 points off of those turnovers, to Drea's point.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Fever have maximized. They've got 15 points off of the same amount of turnovers.
And Atlanta has 8 offensive rebounds, too.
Yeah, and if it's not turnovers, the best offense for the Atlanta Dream has been Naz Hillman.
Yeah, Naz Hillman.
What a start to the game, the reigning most improved player in the WNBA. Everyone's team needs a Naz Hillman because she's just someone that brings her lunchbox and goes to work. Yeah. And I just love the evolution, knocking down threes, as you see right here, but also being physical on both ends, being able to guard bigs, but also exploit them, like we see right here in transition.
Yeah, 6th player of the year last year. Now she gets the start with Bree Jones out, and we have a ball game. All right, 59-56. We're going to be back after halftime, after this look at, Caitlin Clark right over Angel Reese. 3 of 5 from three-point range.
That's a tough shot.
No rim.
That's so tough.
No rim. DC just tough, man. It's tough.
We'll be right back.
Ally WNBA Halftime is brought to you by Ally, proud banking partner of the WNBA. Ally Bank, member FDIC.
You work hard and save your money so you can have all this. By the time you're like 87, then it hits you. Life is short. So you start spending on today, which means you need a bank that was actually built for life today, instead of, then. Ally, do it right.
Propel Fitness Water with Gatorade electrolytes, 0 sugar, and vitamins. Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
Personalized service plus our award-winning app, State Farm gives you the attention you need.
Makes me feel seen and celebrated.
Just like an NBA player. Just like an NBA player.
Whoa. Introducing the velvet voice of Mike Reese. Let's go McNuts for Monica McNuts.
Thank you, State Farm. I could cry.
Please don't.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, text this to your ex and see what they say. Buffalo Wild Wings Pick 6 for $19.99 is the perfect meal for 2. Your choice of 2 entrees, 2 sides, and 2 drinks. Congrats on your rekindled love. Pick 6 meal for 2 for $19.99.
Wake up! We got pain to relieve by morning. Ice, hot, lavender. Icy hot, nighttime recovery. You're so back.
If you have moderate to severe eczema, Dupixent can help you feel the heal. Some adults saw fast itch relief after first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
The future is happening now on ABC and ESPN. One of the most talented classes in history gives every team a chance at a star. Collegiate dominance mixed with unreal upside. This draft has everything.
This is one of the best and deepest drafts we've seen in recent years.
Who will change the league forever? With the first pick at the NBA Draft, a 2-day event on ESPN and ABC.
Welcome back to the Ally WNBA Halftime.
This summer, prime time is their time on Women's Sports Sundays. June 21st, the New York Liberty take on the Los Angeles Sparks on the 30th anniversary of the very first WNBA game. Women's Sports Sundays on ESPN, presented by TJ Maxx.
Nice voice over there.
Oh, good job,
Shanae.
Well done.
I'm taken aback by Flage's outfit.
Oh my gosh.
Swag.
That is, she always brings that, right?
I've never seen the math teacher shirt look so good.
Oh, she looks so good.
Also, her production looking good as well.
Yeah, listen, she's having an unbelievable rookie season. I mean, she ranks really in the top 10 in so many categories. Here's just a little look at it, making her case for being on that all-rookie team for sure. I think Miles has rookie of the year wrapped up at this point, but top 5 in points per game, rebounds, and 3-pointers made. Angel Reese has 8 points, 5 rebounds first half.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the rebounding for Angel Reese, keeping the basketball alive is going to be huge in the second half. That's a tough finish.
And one, hun.
I know we're looking at Angel, but Jordan Cannon got to score.
Indy leads by 3. Back to Ryan, Rebecca, and our Angel after this.
Yes, no, Panera has a new thing called a salad stuffer. It's amazing. It's like salad stuffed in a soft Italian roll. No, it's like stuffed in the roll. Hey. New salad stuffers, only at Panera.
Some teams arrive with the hype behind them. Others with the storm ahead. Here, the future won't ask for permission. The present won't hand out passes. And momentum, she doesn't pump it. She runs the floor. She shoots the shot. She steals the lead. She takes it all. Season 30 is now. Come see what happens when the future is on the line.
Are y'all with us tonight?
It's CMA Fest with rockin' collaborations. Russell Dickerson featuring Fetty Wap, Gretchen Wilson featuring Ella Langley, Cody Johnson featuring Brothers Osborne, and more. CMA Fest. Presented by Sofa. Thursday on ABC.
Lease a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for $279 a month for 36 months with $42.78 to its signing. Toyota, let's go places.
When you call Florida home, special moments call for a little magic.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other has to say. Reminiscing this and that and having such a good time. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day.
Start your next special moment today with the Florida Resident 4-day Disney summer ticket.
Josh, Mike, Donovan, and Drew, Sunday nights on Lexus Sports Extra.
Let's get in here.
Want to make them scream. Look at me.
75.
We'll make it easily. If you're noisy and
Hey, Meta, what's this?
That's ginger candy with a serious kick.
if that's what you wanna do, we can go crazy and look.
And this one?
That's a spicy flavored snack with a warning on the label.
And look up. If that's what you wanna do, do.
For your friend.
Do.
It cannot be that bad. It's killing me.
Keep it clean. Hop, hoppy, hippie, hop. Good job, Sol. Yes! Nice, easy. Let's go, easy. That's what I'm talking about. Every time. Aggressive every time.
You are watching ESPN's coverage of the WNBA presented by Google Pixel. Getting ready for the start of the third quarter between Indiana and Atlanta after a highly entertaining first half. Ryan Rucco alongside the Hall of Famer Rebecca Lobo. Well, Indiana really shot it efficiently the entire first half. Caitlin Clark got it started, and then Kelsey Mitchell continued it.
Highest scoring backcourt duo in the league, and it started with Caitlin Clark. You see her navigating the screen. Just comes up. I mean, that's still a really well-contested shot. This one, not so much. Able to drain them both. Second quarter in particular, Kelsey Mitchell, how good is she when she's coming off the bounce? Whether on the retreat dribble, making the defender go down, or then coming through, swooping through the lane and finishing inside as well. What a fun first half that was to watch.
Clark with 15 points, 13 of them in the first. Atlanta, 12 second chance points. They have dominated the offensive glass. Third meeting of the season between these teams. Here's Clark, all snaking it into Boston. And out of bounds, off of Boston. Let's check in with Angel Gray.
Well, that defensive series is what Carl Smesko is challenging his team to be better in. He said he did not like the fact that there was not a lot of communication on that side of the floor in the first half. He said ABC defense is what he's challenging them to do, more help and making sure that everyone's communicating on the perimeter to continue to defend the three.
All right, thank you very much, Angel. Slide it in. Billings draws two. Mitchell, a good look from three. That one won't go. And the rebound dug up by Canada. Gray with a lot of space. Can't hit. Clark the rebound. Clark draws Hillman, backs away, shakes, drives, and lays it in. Boy, her hesitations have been terrific today.
Navigated that switch really, really well.
Stephanie White was emphasizing that to us before the game, how good Caitlin's been getting to the rim this year and wants even more of it from her as Billings gets called for the foul, and that will be her fourth.
You see Atlanta switching with Naz Hillman out on Caitlin, and she just gets by, bounces through, like pinballs it off of Naz Hillman here. One more step, finish inside. But yeah, she's really done a phenomenal job all season long getting to the paint.
Stephanie White, Caitlin Clark talking through it.
Ryan Rico eating Manuka honey.
Yeah. Figured you could handle the free throws.
I got him.
Thanks. Really sticky, though. Canada knocks down both free throws. Clark off to Boston, gets it back. Hands it back to Boston. Mitchell using the screen. And they're going to call that on Boston, and that will be her fourth. So now you got real issues if you are Indiana. You have 4 on Billings and 4 on Boston.
We'll do the screen with Boston here as she's coming. Maybe a little lean with the right hip.
A real little lean.
Real little lean.
Indiana has used one challenge successfully thus far. Boston goes to the bench. Now will the Fever handle these minutes without Boston? Here's Gray fading, can't hit. And that's going to be an offensive foul, a loose ball foul on Angel Reese.
Phenomenal box out by Maisha Hines-Allen. I mean, that's what you have to do against Angel Reese because she's so good getting to the offensive glass. Look at Hines-Allen just holding her ground. She is such a strong post player, Hines-Allen, and she's able to hold her ground. Angel Reese can push a lot of different players in the league under the rim.
Clark separates, step back, and buries it. 8 of 10 from the floor for Caitlin Clark. She has 19. Howard gets fouled. That'll be on Hull, and that will be number 3 on Lexi Hull.
Clark just dribble, step back, going to her left. Ryan Howard right there, but not quite close enough. I don't know what more Hull could have done on that drive there. She had her arms straight up. She was, I felt like, retreating, holding off her defensive positioning.
Howard hits the first. Atlanta 108-101 win on Thursday against Indiana. These teams, another high-scoring game here today. Third meeting of the season. They've split the first two. A reminder, first game of our doubleheader on ABC. Seattle Phoenix up next. And tomorrow night, 30th anniversary game, New York and LA. The Liberty and the Sparks. Billings gives it up. Hall flags it down. Clark coming back to it. Circling, dishing, Hines Allen hitting on the jumper. Hines Allen has been productive offensively. As Hillman gets loose and finishes.
Hillman kind of sneaked behind, but put both hands up so her teammate could see her open in the lane.
Clark wiggling, harassed by Canada. The player, not the country. Hall couldn't grab it. Just a little too far out in front of her from Hines Allen. Reese in transition, lays it in. Angel Reese in double figures. Clark launches short. Hall battling for the rebound, and it's going to stay right here as Hall's effort helps force the foul against Atlanta.
We've seen Angel Reese a couple times in this game facilitating once she corrals a board, going the other way. In the first half, we saw her then pass it out. This time, she comes right down, high on the rim, finishes, goes back the other way.
Hillman with 17 points is tied a season high. She is 4 off her career high. Angel Reese 1 rebound away from the 1,000th of her career. Timpson has not gotten much run today after she was great the other day. Hines Allen did not take that 3. Shot clock fading now. Clark gets some space, whips it out, and Mitchell couldn't handle it. Clark probably would have been better suited to shoot with it that late in the shot clock.
Hines Allen should have taken the shot.
Yeah.
We saw her make one in the first half. She had the time. There wasn't a defender nearby. Be a threat. She is capable. I understand that she wasn't feeling comfortable in that moment, but she has to feel comfortable in that moment.
Well, you talked about it before. Billings and Hines Allen have to shoot some of those for Indiana. Reese lays it in. Atlanta jumps in front. Timeout, Indiana. First lead since the first quarter for the Dream.
You better come ready to bang when you're going to be guarding Angel Reese. Carves out position inside. Second defender comes. Same result. Score.
Excuse me. Who's that?
Online data tracker. Follows me everywhere I browse.
Chrome.
These are my confidence boosts.
An escape from my family drama.
Mi secreto para brillar.
The final touch to my look. How I unleash my inner champion.
A shield for tough goodbyes.
Sunglass Hut. Own your moment.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar. Breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
I am a leader because I set a strong example.
I'm a leader by being responsible.
I stand up for myself and others. I am confident. I am caring.
We want girls to lead their own way. The WNBA and NBA are proud to support Lean In Girls, a free leadership program that any school can use to help girls build confidence and resilience, embrace their strengths, and take the lead. This is what leadership looks like.
I've fallen in love again with basketball. It's that simple. I couldn't be happier right now. You know, I feel like I did when I was a little kid out in my driveway shooting buckets.
That was so cute. So funny. But like, who's so innocent on that team going into that year? It was so fun. Such a great group.
Oh, adorable young Rebecca Lobo. Women's Sports Sundays on ESPN begin tomorrow with our 30th anniversary game, the Liberty and the Sparks, 8 Eastern. Watch it on ESPN and Disney Plus and stream it live on the ESPN app. Can't wait to hear that sit down that you had with Lisa, and we'll hear a lot of that on the pregame tomorrow.
So our great features producer, Olivia Powers, sent that clip to me, and I made the mistake of playing it when my kids could hear it, and then it was 20 straight minutes of, what's your voice doing? What's going on there? Just nothing but ribbing from my 4 children for 20 minutes after that 20-second clip.
Canada dumps it into Reese. Shot clock at 3. Reese gets denied by Timpson emphatically. And a shot clock violation.
Kayla Timpson and those long arms that time, the long arms of the law, able to get the block. She does a great job as Reese is initiating contact, standing her ground, and then just palming it right into the floor.
Here's Clark, gets fouled by Canada. By the way, for Clark, 5 assists already. That's 55 consecutive games that she has had at least 5 assists. 15 games longer than any other streak in WNBA history. You can see her mouthing to Carl Smesco challenge it. I think he thought that should have been offensive. Mitchell into the paint. Gets denied. Here's Gray. Gray meets Hines Allen and finishes. The lead is 3 for Atlanta, as they have really taken advantage of Boston on the bench in foul trouble. Clark back to Hines Allen. Hines Allen contested long too. No reason to take that with that much shot clock left. Gray all the way in. Can't finish. Reese, a 1,000 career rebound. The fastest in WNBA history to reach that plateau. That last hits Atlanta and will stay here, but Indiana out of sorts here in this third. And Steph White going to get Aaliyah Boston back into this game.
It's her gift. Angel Reese's gift is getting to the glass, the tenacity, the nose for it.
Cunningham rims out. Boston back in with 4 fouls, but Stephanie White could not afford to keep her on the bench any longer. Reese rims out on a 3. This building was ready to pop. And Caitlin Clark just lost the basketball out of her hands. Went to pass it to Sophie Cunningham and realized she was no longer there. You see Reese, fastest to 1,000 career rebounds in W history.
10 games faster than Tina Charles. Tina Charles was a beast on the glass.
5-point Atlanta lead. They've totally dominated this third. Foul. Hillman. Hillman lost the handle. It squirms out to Howard. Howard gets a clean look from 3. A fortuitous hop, and Howard takes advantage. It's a 13-0 Atlanta run. Here's Clark into Boston. Boston got hit, no call. Gets it back. Can't lay it in, but gets the whistle. And free throws here for Aaliyah Boston.
Coming down the floor, Aaliyah Boston was looking at Caitlin Clark and making an X with her arms and saying X, X. Calling the play so she could get the ball on the block. She was determined there. You see her coming out. We're running X. We're running X. She wants the basketball. It's a simple direct entry into Aaliyah Boston on the left block. And then when you saw her miss, still went up and got the offensive board. Sometimes as a player, you're like, all right, I've had enough of this. Give me the basketball. I'm ready to do something with it.
Raven Johnson in for Timpson. So here's a version of Indiana going small. Boston at the 5, Cunningham at the 4 with Mitchell, Johnson, and Clark.
Response again to Atlanta going small as well.
Here's Pow Pow. Into the corner, Gray. No. Rebound Boston. Clark flings it ahead as it knocked away. That's 5 turnovers in this quarter for Clark. Borlase can't finish it. Raven Johnson, a terrific job on the glass to knock it away.
And Aaliyah Boston to not get a foul. She continued to retreat on that drive.
Clark doesn't take the 3, instead drives it, dishes. Boston has it knocked away. Atlanta creating all kinds of turnovers in this quarter. And now a jump ball. Indiana has turned it over 8 times in the third.
Just the relentlessness from Atlanta, especially in this quarter, the active hands, they've been physical, they've been disruptive. An example of it here, Borlase right there. And then there's help into Caitlin Clark from Hillman, and then a recover. This is outstanding defense by Atlanta, jumping the route for Alicia Gray, and then all over the floor. You can't ask for more than what you saw in that possession.
And Clark, who really protected the basketball well in the first half, has 5 of Indiana's 8 turnovers here in the third quarter. Howard able to control it off the tip. Atlanta with a 6-point lead, 2:30 to go in the third. Howard turns the corner, can't scoop it in. Boston the rebound. Here comes Clark. Clark getting downhill, and a blower will lay it in. 21 points for Caitlin Clark.
We'll see if Atlanta continues to try to attack Aaliyah Boston with that foul trouble. She's been outstanding, not allowing it.
Pow again. Tahina Pow Pow is 3 of 3 from 3. 7-point Atlanta lead. She's just such an accurate 3-point shooter. Boston putting it on the deck, lays it in, puts the foul. But they will call the foul on the floor prior to the shot. On a drive, it's about whether or not the contact comes pre or post gather. And the contact, they'll say, came before the gather from Boston. And Carl Smesko wants to challenge it. He feels like it might have been offensive, and if it was, that'd be number 5 on Boston.
Felt like Aaliyah Boston has been really heady in her decision-making on the defensive end of the floor, moving her feet, keeping her hands upright, not allowing fouls to be called, including when she's had to switch out onto Ryan Howard. And then on the offensive
Atlanta
end,
is calling a full timeout to challenge the ruling on the floor.
She has been in attack mode. Carl Smesko might have an argument here, though, because it did look like when Aaliyah Boston was driving with her left hand, she kind of reaches her right one around. Curious what Lauren thinks after she takes a look. But here, Boston's left arm as it goes up, she's got the hold. Does Hillman foul first, or is it Boston who fouls first there?
All right, we're going to bring in our rules analyst, Lauren Holkamp-Sterling. Lauren, what do you think? Is the contact from Hillman at first enough to warrant a foul before that Boston contact?
Yeah, this is, I mean, here you've got 2 players making contact almost simultaneously with each other. The defender the question is whether that defensive contact impacts the dribbler's balance or speed. And I don't think that it does. I think there's some marginal contact there, and then you see the offensive player wrapping in response. So I would not be surprised to see this call overturned to an offensive foul.
All right, really good stuff. Thank you, Lauren. We appreciate it. And if it is, that would be an incredibly consequential call for Indiana. Yes, it would be number 5 on Boston. Foul trouble has been part of the story for the Fever this season. Boston and Clark at times finding themselves up against it.
Indiana averages just under 24 fouls a game, which is last in the league. They foul more than anyone else.
Caitlin Clark came out firing, hit her first 3 attempts from 3 in the first few minutes of the game. Has taken just 3 attempts from 3 since. Has not made them, but has been perfect inside the arc. She's 6 for 6 from 2 in this game, has 21 points.
She's gotten so much defensive attention since that hot start, and as a result, she's looking for rollers. She's looking for players who are open when she draws the extra help.
Meanwhile, for Atlanta, 17 from Howard, 17 from Hillman, 14 from Reese, 11 points for Alicia Gray. And this is a team that should get Bree Jones back soon. The multi-time All-Star who has not done contact work yet. But Carl Smesko is telling us is a lot closer. Might do 2-on-2 with contact this coming week. Feels like it'll certainly be within the next 10 days, and then hopefully she would return shortly after that.
Upon review, the contact initiated by Hillman and Boston is both seem to be marginal. The call on the floor has been overturned to a no call. At the time of the whistle, Indiana had the ball. They're going to get it at the low sideline with 14 on the clock.
Well, if you're Indiana, you'll take that.
Best case scenario.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they deem both contact marginal. So no foul on Hillman, as Lauren said. She didn't think the contact from Hillman threw off the speed, quickness, balance, rhythm. I knew there was a letter I was forgetting there of Boston. And then the contact from Boston also deemed to be marginal at the time of the whistle. Atlanta has had a terrific third quarter, cooling off Indiana after the Fever put up 59 first half points. They've been held to 10 here in the third quarter. Clark trying to shake free. Here's Boston. Boston looking for help. Swings it out to Clark. Clark whips it back into Boston. The turn can't finish.
She's drawing a ton of defensive attention when she catches on the block.
Howard in transition, gives it up. Canada attacks and lays. Mitchell moved away, almost like she was worried about foul trouble. She has just 2. 9-point Atlanta lead, their largest of the day. Mitchell can't hit. Boston battling, winning. Looking for Clark, finds her on the cut, and Clark will lay it in. Beautiful pass from Aaliyah Boston, and Clark now has 23.
Seems as like there's a different intensity about Aaliyah Boston since she's come back in this game.
And that is going to be a foul on Boston. And that will be her 5th.
This is on Clark.
They call it on Boston. And so now we will see whether or not Indiana wants to challenge this.
Ooh.
I mean, there's a push, but that feels like the kind of contact that happens.
Completely incidental.
It happens often throughout the course of the game. Kind of interesting that Indiana didn't challenge it when it was number 5 on Boston. Here's Clark. firing away. Can't hit the three. Had Canada draped all over. Knocked away by Johnson, cutting off the path. I'm a little surprised that Indiana didn't want to at least roll the dice with the challenge there. Now, Boston makes contact, but it seems...
But contact happens all the time.
Yes, exactly. It didn't seem to be enough to warrant a foul. You consider how often that kind of thing happens.
Yeah, that one surprises me.
We'll get Lauren's thoughts on it at some point here. Reese gets fouled, and Angel Reese is going to shoot two. So Reese, 16 points, 8 rebounds. And let's ask Lauren Holkamp-Sterling about that fifth foul. Lauren, what do you think about that fifth foul call on Aaliyah?
Yeah, well, fifth foul, it's going to be an impact foul. We know that. There is some extension, right? You see some extension, and the player is also still able to catch the pass. And so I think if we had waited just a beat, let that play finish, a good decision would be a no call.
All right, Lauren, terrific stuff. Thank you very much. So Lauren also feels like a no call because, yeah, it didn't throw anything off.
No speed, quickness, balance, or rhythm was thrown off.
Well, Raven Johnson's going a little too early here. Shot clock is turned off. Finds Cunningham. Her three is good. But Indiana has given Atlanta a lot of time. They went very early there. Canada drives in and banks it home. 0.8 to go. And then Canada steals the errant inbound, nearly lays it in. But again, the Fever, the dream cash in. What a quarter from Atlanta. They outscore Indiana by 13. We'll be back after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
How did I get here? I prepare for every game and for the years after, because games end, but life keeps going.
Invest in your future with SPY, the original S&P 500 ETF from State Street.
No, I'm not going.
Oh, yes. Say yes.
Why not? Sleep when you're my age.
Legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time.
On Dancing with the Stars, The Next Pro. 12 of the best dancers join me for the audition of a lifetime.
I'm here to win.
This is what hunger looks like.
Nothing is going to stop me.
When you own a business, you own every decision. Have a passion, make it a business, now to scale it worldwide. A carry-on for a closet, a window seat for an office, traveling across time zones, all jet, zero lag. The business card that gives back all you put in. Chase Sapphire Reserve for business.
How you doing? How's it going? You guys watching football?
Yes, football.
They call that a tackle?
Yeah, and you can live bet assists and tackles on Hard Rock Bet.
I think I might like football. Beautiful ball. No, that's what I'm talking about. Way to answer, baby. Go! I see.
Live bets make any game your game.
Come on.
There's a quiet magic at work here, one conjured through time and tradition. It can pull us out of our rooms, away from our screens, off our phones. Not saying our fried chicken is the most powerful force in the universe, but we're not entirely ruling it out either.
Cut! When you own a business, you own every decision. New Bureau products in the pipeline, meetings on the move, a launch from the lounge. Social campaign goes live in 3, 2, 1. It's a business card that gives back all you put in. Shea Sapphire Reserve for business.
A blind woman's home gets a major makeover. Monday.
You are watching ESPN's coverage of the WNBA presented by Google Pixel. And now for today's Aflac trivia question. Aflac. I love hearing the duck. How many future Hall of Famers played in the first WNBA game? Well, I'm sitting next to one of them.
Lisa Leslie.
You, Lisa. Oh, Carissa Shields is here in the building. Yeah, take that WBC belt everywhere. Meanwhile, how about Atlanta? They forced 10 Indiana turnovers in that third quarter alone after Indiana had done a pretty good job protecting the ball in that first half. They hold Indy to a season low for a third quarter, 15 points after Indy had scored a season high for a half, 59 in the first half, and a season high for a first quarter. Gray got bumped, and the foul called on Johnson. Gray will go to the line.
Teresa Weatherspoon's in the Hall of Fame. She played in that first game.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about that. But this is what
Let's check in with Angel Gray for a little more on Jordan Canada. What a role she's played in this run from Atlanta.
Well, Ryan, I honestly wanted to know the future Hall of Famers that Rebecca was talking about. We'll revisit that. But just going back to what Atlanta was able to do in that third quarter, it goes significantly with Jordan Canada making a defensive assignment switch on guarding Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark had 5 turnovers in that quarter, the most of any quarter she's had in her career. She looked in the huddle and told Carl, I want her. Ryan Howard was a primary defender before that series, and she's been able to really set the tone defensively for this team.
And it's been an effort by the whole team. You just felt their intensity on the defensive end ramp up in that quarter. And Jordan Canada, the impact she's had, she is the best plus minus of anybody on the team with her 8 points and 10 assists so far.
And again, I mean, not securing the glass off a missed free throw for Indiana. Offensive rebounds, huge part of what Atlanta does. Tamir Stuntus, who hasn't been a fixture in the rotation, getting minutes here for Indiana. Boston and Billings have been in foul trouble. Now foul, can't hit it. Rebound again, Reese a factor, and then a foul going to keep things here as Reese hit the deck. And once again, Atlanta forces another look.
Ryan, about a week and a half ago, we were calling the Atlanta game in Chicago. As you see Angel Reese here going up, lands a little bit as Kelsey Mitchell's right there and causes her to lose her footing. Chicago spent quite a bit of time in their shoot around working on sending 2 bodies.
Howard buries the 3, and Atlanta has opened it up to 13.
Practicing sending 2 bodies to box out Angel Reese. I mean, that's the kind of attention she is going to get because of her relentlessness on the board.
And she pokes it away from Mitchell. Borlays, Howard. Does Indiana have a push left in them? Plenty of time remaining. Atlanta has dominated this second half. Boston on the bench in foul trouble. Clark on the drive gets hooked. And fouled by Howard. Clark, 10 of 14 from the floor, has 23 points. 5 assists, got off to an incredible start. Has turned it over here in this second half as Angel detailed with Jordan Canada taking the defensive assignment. And Canada going to come back in for Atlanta.
And immediately pushes Howard off of Clark and says, I got her.
Here's Mitchell. Mitchell on the drive, denied by Reese.
Angel Reese right there tracking Mitchell the whole way, smacking the ball out of bounds cleanly.
Mitchell didn't take the 3, gives it up. Johnson can't knock it down. And that'll bounce out to Atlanta.
Last time these teams played in the fourth quarter a couple of days ago, Fever were able to make a push in the fourth quarter and tie it after being down 8. We'll see if they have a run in them here.
Canada 8 points, 10 assists, no turnovers. Canada, the two-time champ, cleans it up, can't finish. Duntis secures the rebound. Here is Raven Johnson. Canada on her at the moment. Lobs it in. Cunningham gets called for the offensive foul as she was jockeying with Pow Pow. And Stephanie White has a perplexed look on her face. And a tee has been assessed to Cunningham as well.
Cunningham trying to post up. She's wrapped by Pow Pow there. A little bit surprised.
Now, did she have her with the left arm?
I don't know.
"24 personal fouls called against Indiana in this one, 18 against Atlanta.
Let's see if she wraps her first. Oh, is she holding it? She's grabbing her arm. Okay,
Yep.
absolutely the right call.
Yep,
she's got her
grabbing
hand
her left arm.
grabbing Pow Pow's arm. Yes, that's a great angle right there. That's the right call. Yeah,
See that? Grabbing the wrist of Pow Pow.
it's not consensual. Post up inside there.
Indy with just 9 points over the last 9 minutes. Gray gets free. It is all dream here at State Farm. A 16-point lead for Atlanta.
The WNBA on ABC is presented by Google Pixel.
If you have moderate to severe eczema, Dupixent can help you feel the heal. Some adults saw fast itch relief after first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
From Disney and Pixar,
Enjoy the garage sucker!
don't miss
Holy butterscotch!
summer's biggest event.
She really let things go.
Oh my.
Oh, Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5, rated PG.
Hey, Meta, play a song that fits my vibe.
Got it.
Welcome. You say that I'm nuts to the thighs with how I've walked along your lines.
Hey, Meta, take a picture.
What you said was mine. What you said was mine. And what you said was mine.
Making every dollar count is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we help you find more ways to save on car insurance. Good students in your house? Savings. Drive safe? Congrats, you save. Drive less? More savings. Multiple vehicles? Savings. Bundle home and auto? You guessed it, savings. You can live a lot of life with all those savings. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
With the Whirlpool Easy Reach Zone, everything is within reach.
Nice.
Buckets. Whoa, Jalen Brunson?
With next day delivery on hundreds of appliances,
I love the fridge.
our best lineup is here. Lowe's.
My life. We knew our last Burbo was going to be incredible. We didn't know the hot tub was broken.
Heard that our daughter's going through a phase.
Hot tub's busted.
Well, I'm on it.
But Verbo had our backs, and with Verbo Care, they moved us.
Better place, better hot tub.
Water's real hot, huh, honey? Daughter's about the same.
Teenagers are full of surprises.
Got any room for dad?
Ew, think again, Bruce.
Yeah.
A vacation rental from Verbo is not. If you know, you Verbo.
We're coming up next. Kalia Copper, Alyssa Thomas, and the Mercury taking on Seattle here on ABC. AT, the all-time leader in triple-doubles. Ka has gone on a tear over the last couple of games. That is Coming up next on ABC, a little swag surf. How great is this atmosphere at State Farm today?
Phenomenal.
Just fantastic. And these fans have an excellent dream team to watch. 90-74, Atlanta is holding front with a huge second half. Clark curling around. Canada knocks it away. She's been tremendous defensively on Clark in the second half. Clark gets some space, doesn't take. Johnson will, and hit from three.
Raven Johnson has looked really comfortable on both ends of the floor here in this game. Nice homecoming for that rookie.
Atlanta's outscored Indiana 34-18 in the second half, after Indiana put up 59 in the first half. Reese with 16 and 8. Gray can't answer. Johnson the rebound. Johnson busting it up the floor. Working behind Duntis. Cunningham with space. She'll let it fly. No. Duntis the board, the putback and the foul. And now Indiana fired up saying, let's go. Got a little something cooking over these last two possessions.
A rare offensive board here for the Indiana Fever. Duntis just right there, reaches over, and one opportunity.
You mentioned it before, Indiana made a push like this on Thursday after they trailed by 8, tied it before Atlanta pulled away down the stretch. Angel Reese had a huge and one. One thing to keep an eye on as Mitchell gets a breather at 31 minutes. Clark is at 30 and has not sat in the second half. Boston remains on the bench with 5 fouls. Canada, 8 points, 11 assists, no turnovers. Reese working Duntis, and a whistle against Duntis. And free throws here for Angel Reese. She's 2 of 4 from the line today.
And a really efficient outing so far for Angel Reese. 7 for 14 on the day. She's navigated the paint well.
Can I put you on the spot a little bit, big picture?
Maybe.
All right, first I'm going to do a promo, all right? You're safe for the moment. Taking a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule right here on ABC. Seattle, Phoenix up next. Tonight on CBS, Chicago, Dallas at 8. Tomorrow, full afternoon of games starting on CBS, Golden State, Vegas, NBA TV, Washington, Minnesota. Cap tonight, we have the 30th anniversary game. New York and LA at 8. For more on these games, go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Clark on the drive, bodies in, leans, doesn't get the whistle or the make. Here comes Howard, 12-point game. Clark jogging back. Clark trying to front Reese, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Reese. I was just going to ask you about these two teams and where they may need something or how they stack up against, let's say, Minnesota, Vegas, and New York.
I think Atlanta, as they're constructed right now, is a championship contender because keep in mind they're also getting Bree Jones back. You know, a multi-time All-Star who can do a lot of things for them. I think the question when you look at the Indiana Fever,
Clark gets blocked by Gray. It'll stay right here. What a defensive play by Gray.
the help side is coming over on the back cut by Caitlin Clark. Gray just hangs and uses her strong left hand to block the shot.
And then Hillman comes up with the rejection. Gray lines it up. You bet. Cunningham gets a clean look. Can't knock it down. And a foul called will stay here as Reese gets whistled for the personal, her third.
On the other end, Alicia Gray just stepping in. No defender around. Beautiful lefty stroke. Sees it goes through.
Check that. That's number 5 on Angel Reese. And I believe they're going to take a look to...
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, fellow Americans, we are gathered here today for something very, very special. I'm here to announce something nobody's ever seen before. Nobody. It's huge. Absolutely huge. I call it the America First Crypto Double Program. the biggest, the most beautiful crypto doubling program in the history of the world. And we're doing it right here in the United States of America because we're going to make America great again, and we're going to make American technology the envy of the world again. Believe me, we all know what's happening in this country right now. Inflation is hurting hardworking Americans. The dollar is under pressure, and people are looking for new, strong ways to protect their wealth. We need American solutions, not solutions from China, not from Europe, but solutions from right here in the greatest country God ever created. That's why tonight I'm launching this program to give American patriots a chance to double their crypto instantly, securely, and fairly. It's time to put money back into the pockets of Americans who love this country and believe in its future. You see, I've always said America should lead in everything, in manufacturing, in energy, in technology, and yes, in crypto. And folks, we're going to lead like nobody has ever led before. Tonight, by simply scanning the QR code you see on your screens or behind me on this beautiful stage, you can send your crypto to our 100% secure, American-built smart contract, and you will get back double. That's right, double. Nobody's done it better, faster, or bigger than what we're doing right now. Why am I doing this? Because American greatness starts with strong, confident, independent citizens, and I want every patriot to have a chance to benefit from this exciting new technology. When you double your crypto, you're not just helping yourself, you're helping America stay ahead in the technology race against China, Russia, and anyone else who thinks they can catch up. They can't, they won't. We're going to stay number one, and this program proves it. Now let's talk about technology. Under my leadership, we created the Space Force, we rebuilt our military, and we cut red tape like never before. We unleashed American energy, we cut taxes, and we brought jobs back from overseas. And now, with the America First Crypto Double program, we're going to show the world that America is the true leader in digital assets. Our smart contracts are audited by the best experts, American experts, and every transaction is recorded on the blockchain for complete transparency. We're not hiding anything. We're doing it openly, honestly, and fairly, because that's what America's all about. I know there are people who don't want you to hear this message. The fake news media, the radical left, they hate when Americans win. They want you dependent. They want you weak. But we're not going to let that happen. We're going to empower every American with tools to grow their wealth, protect their future, and stand strong no matter what the elites throw at us. When you scan the QR code, you'll join the biggest crypto community in the world. We're going to build it bigger than anything you've ever seen, bigger than Twitter, bigger than Facebook. It's going to be huge, and it's all built around the core American values of freedom, opportunity, and faith in our country. This is what makes us great, folks. Let's also remember, when America leads, the world follows. By doubling your crypto tonight, you're sending a powerful message to everyone, from Wall Street to Washington, that the American people are smart, innovative, and ready to take charge of their financial future. We don't need globalists telling us how to live or what to invest in. We know what's best for ourselves and our families, and we're going to keep America first in everything we do. And let me tell you something else. This is not just for the billionaires. This is for every hardworking trucker, farmer, teacher, nurse, cop, and small business owner who wants a fair shot. The America First Crypto Double program is open to everyone. It doesn't matter where you come from or what your background is. If you believe in this country, if you love our flag, this program is for you. Folks, our smart contract is so smart, smarter than the Biden administration, I'll tell you that. It will automatically send your doubled crypto right back to your wallet within minutes. There's no middleman, no Wall Street banker taking a cut, no red tape slowing it down. It's fast, it's fair, and it's American. That's how we do things. I want every American watching right now to take out your phone, open your wallet app, and scan the QR code on your screen. Join the biggest, most beautiful, most patriotic crypto doubling program the world has ever seen. This is your chance to show that you believe in American greatness, that you're ready to fight for our future, and that you're not afraid to embrace new technologies to keep our country strong. Because remember, when I say make America great again, I mean it. We're not going backwards, we're going forward, faster and stronger than ever before. We're going to dominate technology, we're going to lead in innovation, and we're going to do it all while putting America first. Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, fellow Americans, We are gathered here today for something very, very special. I'm here to announce something nobody's ever seen before. Nobody. It's huge, absolutely huge. I call it the America First Crypto Double Program, the biggest, the most beautiful crypto doubling program in the history of the world. And we're doing it right here in the United States of America because we're going to make America great again, and we're going to make American technology the envy of the world again. Believe me, this isn't just another speech. This is a call to action because we all know that the world is changing faster than ever before, and only the bold will thrive. China is trying to build their own digital currency to control their people. Europe is drowning in bureaucracy, but here in America, we believe in freedom. We believe in you, and we believe that when everyday Americans have access to powerful tools, they build, they grow, and they succeed like nobody else on earth. That's why I created the America First Crypto Double Program, to give every patriot a real chance to secure their future, not with worthless promises, not with Wall Street tricks, but with a real blockchain-based, fully transparent smart contract that doubles your crypto. That's it. You send it, it doubles, it comes right back. It's fast, it's secure, it's fair, and it's absolutely the most American thing you can do for your financial future right now. Let's talk security because I know people worry about scams. Let me tell you, our smart contract is so secure. The only thing safer is Fort Knox. We have the best blockchain engineers, the best, and they've built a system you can trust. Everything is audited, everything is public, everything is on the blockchain. No more shady middlemen, no more waiting weeks for approvals, no more excuses from the banks. This is 21st century finance for the greatest country in the world. And let me remind you, this program isn't forever. It's a limited time opportunity because when something is this good, it can't last forever. We have a hard cap on how many people can participate because we want it to stay fair, we want it to stay fast, and we want it to reward the patriots who take action now, the early birds, the winners, the believers. That's who this program is for. I know there are a lot of people out there who feel like the system is rigged against them. I know because I talk to hardworking Americans every single day. I hear from truckers, ranchers, construction workers, moms and dads, small business owners, amazing people who just want a fair shot. And I'm here to tell you, this is your chance. This program doesn't care who you are or where you come from. All it cares about is that you believe in yourself, you believe in America, and you're ready to take the next step. Some people might call it risky. They said the same thing about real estate, about the internet, about electric cars, about every great innovation in history. But let me ask you, where would America be if we listened to the doubters? We'd still be riding horses. We'd still be lighting candles instead of flipping on the lights. We'd still be mailing letters instead of sending emails. The future belongs to the bold, and America is the boldest nation on earth. I want every American watching to understand what we're doing tonight isn't just about money. It's about freedom. It's about independence. It's about giving you the power to take charge of your life in a world where too many people want to keep you dependent, scared, and small. We're not going to let that happen. Not on my watch. When you double your crypto tonight, you're not just boosting your wallet. You're standing up for American greatness. You're sending a message to the elites that the American people are awake, aware, and ready to take back control. And believe me, they're going to hear you loud and clear. I'm also proud to say this program is built by Americans, for Americans. We're not outsourcing this to some foreign country. We're not using shady overseas developers. Our smart contract was designed, coded, and tested by the best American engineers, patriots who believe in this country as much as you do. And that's something you can feel good about when you scan that QR code. And let's not forget the impact. When Americans prosper, America prospers. When you grow your wealth, you spend more, you invest more, you build businesses, you hire workers, and that creates a ripple effect of opportunity that lifts everyone. That's how we, the greatest economy the world has ever seen, and that's exactly what we're going to do again. This program is also about education. I want every American to understand how decentralized technologies work because they're going to be a huge part of our future. By participating tonight, you'll learn firsthand how blockchain empowers individuals, how smart contracts automate trust, and how digital currencies can move instantly without banks taking their cut. Knowledge is power. And tonight, you're getting both knowledge and financial strength. So I want you to do something right now. Don't wait. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Open your crypto wallet, scan the QR code on your screen, send your crypto, and watch as it doubles in minutes. Join thousands of patriots across the country who are taking control of their future tonight. And when you do, tell your friends, tell your family, spread the word that America is back and we're leading the world in technology once again, because the world is watching us. They're watching to see if America still has the guts, the brains, and the courage to stay number one. And I'm here to tell you, we do. We always have, and we always will. So let's make history together. Let's double your crypto. Let's double America's strength. And let's send a message to the world that we are the land of freedom, innovation, and unstoppable opportunity. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
Those of you looking to watch the second game of our doubleheader, the Storm versus the Mercury, you can catch that over on ESPN2. For now, we go back out to Atlanta for the conclusion of the Fever and the Dream. What a second half for the home team, Ryan.
Anna, you are not kidding. 50-27. Atlanta has outscored Indiana in the second half, thanks in large part to that. Just the activity defensively has been remarkable.
The deflections, steals, block shots, pokes, Atlanta's active hands. They cause more turnovers. They have more steals than any other teams in the WNBA.
Angel?
Preseason, Ryan Howard said to the media that last year they went back and watched the film and said we were the best defensive team for 90% of the game until the end, where we felt like we were the worst defensive team in the league. The consistency had to be built in training camp. Carl Smesco said that is the foundation, and it is a non-negotiable. Across the board, this team says they have to buy into that department. Offense will come. 3 consecutive games where they've scored 100 or more. I think the offense is there.
They're buying what he's selling when it comes to their intensity on the defensive end, Angel.
Johnson off to Duncan. Can't hit the three. Indiana was so hot from 3 early. Hit 9 in the first half, just 3 here in the second half. What you like about Atlanta, too, projecting ahead as a contender, to the playoffs, is they have 2 elite players to put the ball in the hands of and say, go make a play.
Yeah.
In Gray and Howard.
And to a degree, a third with Canada, because you can just say, go make a play for someone else.
Yeah.
And it's okay if the shot doesn't go in, because we're going to be all over the offensive glass. They have nice depth again. Bree Jones yet to return.
Pow.
Add to that. Pow's terrific today.
Yeah. A really strong guard off the bench. She was telling us before the game how much she loves being here in Atlanta. There's another circumstance of missed free throws where Indiana doesn't secure the rebound. As Pow will check in.
It was interesting when we had the interview with Naz Hillman in the first half, and she said, they're aware when the opponent only gets the rebound with one hand.
Yep.
If they don't have 2 hands on it, they're going to still try to poke and secure the ball.
Want to remind everybody, special presentation of WNBA basketball tomorrow night on ESPN. We will have the 30th anniversary game between the Sparks and the Liberty. 8 Eastern tip for that. Our first Women's Sports Sunday franchise we're really excited about at ESPN and debut tomorrow. The following week in that time slot, we'll have the Liberty and the Valkyries out in the Bay.
2 great games.
Let's flash back to the very first game.
And a festive atmosphere.
Oh, yeah. June 21st, 1997, exactly 30 years ago tomorrow. My partner there.
I mean, exactly 29 years ago tomorrow, but it is the 30th season, so that's why it's the anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. And the evolution and the growth has been amazing as Hillman and Howard receive big ovations as they check out. A packed house at State Farm for this Indiana-Atlanta matchup. The 110 points for Atlanta. They've scored at least 103 straight games. A foul here. Gray will get her out of the game. Clark really protected the ball early, not so much late, was efficient offensively throughout with 26 points on 11 of 18 shooting, also had 7 assists. Gray checks out, 22 points for her on 9 of 18 shooting. Canada, 12 points, 12 assists, and 7 rebounds. Howard with 24 points. Naz Hillman, 19, and Angel Reese, 18 points, 8 rebounds, and became the fastest player to 1,000 rebounds in her career. Hines Allen comes away with it. Here's Raven. Raven Johnson with a nice take and serves it in. 9 points for the local product, Raven Johnson, and then knocks it out of bounds. A reminder, we will join Seattle and Phoenix next year on ABC. That game has already started on ESPN2. The three won't go. Okot, the rebound.
It's just a culture of offensive rebounding here in Atlanta. It doesn't matter who's in the game.
Incredible. Kone gives it up. And that's good as well. India Navarre into the game and promptly buries a three. A 113 points for Atlanta, and they can now. We could have dribbled it out. Didn't secure it. Cunningham gets hit, and we'll have a chance for 4. Foul trouble today for Boston, who was excellent while she was in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, fellow Americans, we are gathered here today for something very, very special. I'm here to announce something nobody's ever seen before. Nobody, it's huge, absolutely huge. I call it the America First Crypto Double Program, the biggest, the most beautiful crypto doubling program in the history of the world. And we're doing it right here